Hmm. Welcome back, coders, to another episode of the Code Word. You've got me, Keith, which is going to be the host for today's episode, as well as my partner in crime, Mr. Dylan over here.
Hello.
Yeah, give a nice shout out. Quick housekeeping rules, as always. We're going to mention our Patreon page. Please go ahead and check that out. It really means a lot. If we can get some financial support on there, there's a lot more things that we can do as a channel. You just go to patreon.com/GameKOD3, and we'd be happy to have you there. We also have a Twitter page, which is game_KOD3. Yes, Adam just dropped in here too. I'm going to not acknowledge you yet. And then facebook.com/GameKOD3. And then, yeah. So what's up, Adam? Welcome to the stream. Oh, no audio.
No audio. It's okay.
1
It
second.
happened.
But while he's figuring that out, why don't we pass it over to you, Dylan? For
Are we good? Are we good now?
Yeah, we're good.
Hey.
Welcome.
There he is.
Okay, go ahead, Dylan.
Okay, so thank you, Keith, by the way. Gonna be jumping into this week's code word. It's 2 words. Don't give me too much shit in the comments. It's the end. And this is pertaining to two things we'll be talking about in tonight's stream. The Division and Mass Effect Andromeda. So,
Yeah. Now I understand. He told me what the code word was before the stream, but I didn't understand it. He's like, I'll explain.
You'll know.
The beginning of the end.
yeah.
Awesome.
So different contexts for those games, but both kind
Yeah.
of closing chapters in a different way. So
Yeah, just a little bit. One was a little bit more successful. But cool. We'll get into that in a little bit. Yeah. So the code word was the end. So make sure to mention that in the comments if you want to have a question answered or if you want to take part in like live conversation with us. So cool. Let's move on to what we have been playing. Why don't we kick it over to you, Adam, for this week? Like, what have you been up to lately?
Man, dude, I have streamed Battlegrounds every day.
Yeah, you have.
4 or 5 days now.
fucking love it.
I cannot put it down. I know when I first brought it up here, like it was like I tried it here. I'm getting into it. I am full on into it now.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I want to ask you more, but I also know that we're going to be doing a special episode with you and the Potatoes. They will be joining us as special guests next week on Friday, which is going to be an earlier episode of the Code Word. But needless to say, I think that it's pretty positive so far, right?
yeah.
Nodding face says it all.
Yeah.
Awesome. Is that the only thing you've been playing, though?
Yes.
That's an acceptable answer.
During the day, I mean, I played a little Splatoon here and there when Marcy's kind of like in like I can play it by myself mode.
Yeah.
But once Sarah's doing whatever she's doing at night and Marcy's down, I'm in Battlegrounds. And check out my channel. I now have like I think I'm up to 7 videos.
You got 7 episodes, bro.
Yeah. So now is the time to start chilling out my channel.
Definitely go to Adam Plays Some Stuff. That's what it is.
Please.
Check
Specifically,
out the channel. Subscribe.
I think it's episode 5. We won as a team. So check that out. If you check any of the episodes out, do that one.
5, 6, and 7 were all really, really good ones.
Yeah. 7's like a pretty long one too. I haven't finished
7.
it.
I was on for like almost 2 hours. And then I can bring this up. I can bring this up on Friday too, but I stopped streaming because I had been streaming for like an hour or something. And I was like, I'll stop streaming just because it hits my game just a little bit, just a tiny bit. So I was like, I'll just play for fun now. Dude, that next game, I tore it up. I had like 8 or 9 kills. And like it was just me. It was Jeremy had died pretty early, and then a friend of his was with me for a while, and then he died. And like I was at the final 10. I think I died 11th actually.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. It was my best game and I didn't record it and I'm so upset.
Damn it, damn it, Adam, not Dylan. I'm
sorry.
I'm sorry, Dylan. I went after you. It wasn't your fault.
It was great.
You can never stop streaming.
Yeah,
Never.
so I basically told myself no more. Like if I'm playing, I'm streaming no matter what.
Perfect, because I want to see that shit. I'm pumped about PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds because I just ordered a new computer and I'll be playing it soon with you.
Heyo.
I'm really excited.
And when I can buy it, I'll be in there with you too.
Well, maybe we'll figure out a way. I'm not convinced that we can't, so we'll figure it out
soon.
But
I might get a birthday surprise. Who knows?
Yeah. Birthday surprise from like 4 different people. None of us have enough money to buy it for you, but still. Cool. What about you, Dylan? What have you been up to?
So been put my time in with the new Hearthstone expansion, the Frozen Throne expansion. The fucking single player where you get like special unlocks.
Yeah.
Is a bitch. It has like custom bosses that each have like you have to build the deck specifically to beat that boss, and they made them hard as fuck. So I've been putting my time in on that. Played some Hitman last night on stream. That was fun. First time I played that since my eye surgery because I was worried about details, but it went pretty well. I didn't have any trouble. Didn't strain my eyes or anything with it.
No, the only thing you did all stream last night was murder everyone.
It was a bit of an aggressive round. Yeah,
dude, you went on a murder ramp. You killed like 9 people in a row in like the first 5 times you tried.
Yeah, I think I killed like 18 non-targets.
Yeah, that's a lot of non-targets.
Few penalties, whatever.
Those are just like civilians doing their job, by the way. Like,
wow, they were all kind of assholes. I'm not gonna lie. So, but yeah, so I played that last night. Played a little bit of Trials Fusion because the games with gold got me interested in it again. I already had
it's a fun game.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it.
It's nice because Bug got it through Games with Gold then, so we can play together.
Yeah,
instead of on the same screen. But yeah, other than that, stoked for tonight to play some Metro 2033. I'm gonna be doing that after the stream.
I'm gonna be watching that personally,
and then pretty much just watching Adam play PUBG. Like that's like 80% of what, not just Adam, but like PUBG is like 80% of what I do when I'm not playing games.
We gotta get you on there too. It's honestly like become a little bit of an obsession for me too, and I don't generally watch those kind of multiplayer shooters on streams, but this is a different one. Like there's something special about it.
The randomness of it. It's like you could watch Call of Duty. No, I mean no offense. I'm just using it. That's the first game that popped in my head. But like it's deathmatch.
Yeah.
Team with most kills wins. With PUBG, I mean, shit goes crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's really fun. Like if you find those people you like to watch, like it's really fun to watch. So I've been flipped between that and then just learning Rainbow Six for next week.
Well, you know what it was? It was I was watching you. I think I was watching part of episode 7 with you with PUBG, Adam, and Jeremy started freaking out because it was constantly switching back to not burst instead of
burst single.
And I'm fucking dying over him. He's like, why is it on burst mode? And he's like losing it.
Oh, I don't know if you saw I think it was episode 6. We got attacked from behind. I knew it was coming, and I was telling them, I'm like, we should bail. And so I see the dude. He's behind this like stone fence, and there's a gap I can clearly jump with a crouch jump, which gives a little more height.
I definitely saw. I
know
exactly
in the process of trying to crouch jump, I finally do it, but I accidentally put my weapon away. So I jump over the fence and I go into aim mode and I'm not shooting anything. And I'm like, why am I not shooting a gun right now? And it's because I put the gun away.
Yeah.
And I felt
I woke up my sleeping child, but from watching that, because I literally jumped up in the living room and it was like, Adam, the gun.
Yeah, I didn't even know. It just happened.
Oh, it was great.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. I gotta finish that one, so I will finish it. You're not streaming tonight, right, Adam?
I might, depending on what Sarah wants to do.
Well, shout out to Adam. Play some stuff, guys. Go subscribe there if you want to see some PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. He might be playing online tonight. We also got Dylan playing Metro 2033 tonight, so we got a couple different options here. Quick shout out to everybody in the comments. Welcome to the stream. We got a bunch of people watching, so thank you guys for coming. Dylan, can you remind them of the code word and what that does?
The code word is the end, and if you use that in the chat, we'll either do a shout out or try to answer a question if you have any questions for us.
Awesome.
Just cool. include the end in the question or shout out.
Exactly. And what was there anything else that you'd been playing other than those two?
Me?
Yeah.
No, not that I can think of.
Cool.
Nope.
I've been playing more Splatoon 2. Surprise, surprise.
Of course.
But I did beat the story mode on stream last time.
I did watch that. Yeah.
Adam, have you finished it yet?
A story, no.
That final boss, dude.
Well, because now that I unlocked ranked mode, that's like kind of been my thing.
Oh, it's fun. Ranked mode's really fun.
That's what I wanted to play for the longest time.
I know you were so frustrated that you weren't there yet. No, yeah, single player is great. I don't know if it's better than the first one. Like the level design's gotten a step up, but I don't know if the final boss was better. It was about on par, not as complicated, but it's a hell of a boss either way. And the music for the final boss is like a big standout. I still say the end of Splatoon is like one of the better like credits sequences because it's interactive. Kind of like, remember, was it Smash Brothers or was it what was the one that was interactive? I think it was the end of Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers, when you beat it.
When you mean when you shoot the credits?
Yeah, no, when you get to shoot the credits, like, you know how it's interactive. It's similar in Splatoon 2.
Oh, is it?
You get to play around with like ink and splat bombs and stuff like that. It's really fun. It's just a good way to like make you pay attention to the credits finally, which is kind of cool. Other than that, I've actually picked up Lego City Undercover again. It's like an easy game that I just don't have to think about when I'm playing. And so whenever I'm like a little bit overwhelmed with just too much intensity, like Splatoon 2 takes a lot of focus, things like that, I just popped that back on and I've been enjoying that one again. And then the last game I played was Sonic Mania. I have some early impressions of that one. It's fantastic. It's classic Sonic in the best kind of way. Like, I don't remember the last time I was legit enjoying a Sonic game and not like hoping to enjoy it consistently the whole time. You know what I mean? Every level I played feels like something completely new, and I know a lot of them are rehashes, but the rehashes in like a very fresh way, which is kind of cool. It captures that great like momentum shift. You know how like most modern Sonic games, 3D Sonic games, like they can't figure out if they should go fast or slow.
What they want to do,
yeah, and they never nail either one. This one nails both again, and it's awesome. And I've only played 1 or 2 boss battles or 3 boss battles, and the second one is fantastic. I don't know how much you care about spoilers.
I kind of sort of, from what I hear, they're sort of worth it.
The second one is probably not the spoiler that everyone's talking about.
I did spoil one for myself on accident because the article was the chemical plant zones boss.
Oh yeah. This is the one that this is the one I played. So like, it's like
sorry,
Tetris.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Puyo, but
Puyo, not Tetris. Yeah. So it's like playing Puyo or like Dr. Mario or whatever like that while you're beating a boss. It's actually really, really clever how they do it.
To be correct, it's Dr. What was it? Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's a great finale to the level, and like I'm not even normally a fan of those type of games, but it was just like the right twist up at that moment in the game where it just felt so good. And that was when I was like, I love this game. I don't just kind of like it. I really love it. Like, and I look so happy it's Sonic. Scores. It's $20. Pick it the hell up. Like, don't even like hesitate. It's so worth the $20. Like, so worth it. And I'm only like 3 or 4 levels in, so kind of gives you my early impressions. But so far, so very great. And there's a ton of hidden things that they're finding as they go on, like level selects, boss rushes, things like that. So really cool ideas there. But that's all I've been really playing. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to kick it over to our kind of like news section. There's nothing in the code word, nothing brought up in there, right?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Well, the first subject that we have is actually related to the code word, which is subject about Mass Effect.
Yeah.
So BioWare announced today that there is no DLC plans for the single player mode. This would be the first time ever that Mass Effect does not have single player DLC.
This will be the first time they butchered a game so bad that it didn't deserve it.
Not even just the DLC though. They're not patching it or anything anymore.
Oh, yeah, I see that here too.
That was the final patch, 1.1 or something like that.
They're done. Like, they're walking away.
That's fucking crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, considering this is one of the better selling like sci-fi series to date, and like this is not, obviously this one was a misstep and like didn't sell as well. It's surprising that one mistake did this.
Not to be that dude, but when we were talking about this game before it came out, it was like the first episode with Jake, and you guys sat there and defended it. Can you at least look back now and understand where like I was coming from?
No, you've never played Mass Effect though.
Right.
So, like,
I'm not talking about Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I'm talking about Andromeda.
I know. What I'm saying is like I agree. I have not even played it since the last time I tried. and I have not had a desire to go back.
Oh, I haven't touched it since I.
But my only point was that, or I guess it was less you and more Jake, who was just very adamant about defending it. But you can't tell me it's a good game when the game company is bailing. Like, you might like the game, but that doesn't make it a good game.
It's still.
I think it is a good game.
Story aspects.
It's not what it should be.
It's a good skeleton.
You know, it's a bad skeleton.
Yeah, it's a good heart.
A good game. It's got a good something in there. There's some magic still left in there. It's just like half of it's gone. It's like it's like you're eating the corpse of an older Mass Effect game, and that's what you got left. It's just like the skin that's left on it,
and now it's being attacked on all sides.
I don't know. I have really mixed feelings about it because, like, I wanted to like it a lot, and I still can't get myself to like fire up the Xbox and spend even like off-camera time playing it.
So, I was very,
and you were really disappointed with the side missions specifically.
Oh my god, I was disappointed with the fucking amount of hours I put in, and they did nothing for me.
Yeah, it was like they didn't reward your time you spent, right?
Yeah, not at all. Like, I could have saved about 25 hours minimum, and had the same difficulty on the final mission and same outcome, and
that's crazy.
Everything. And I only fucked like one alien.
Bullshit. Oh no.
Yeah.
It's like Mass Effect 1. What the hell is this?
Bullshit. No, but yeah, like, and they even said that the multiplayer, like, they might still support it and fix a few things, but at least the article that I'm looking at, but it's still nothing's guaranteed. But they're gonna wrap up the because okay, you didn't finish it, so I'm not gonna go too big into spoilers, I guess. Okay. But okay, well, you never find out what happens to one of the arcs.
Really?
Okay, so like, yeah, so all the arcs get accounted for except for one of them, and apparently they said that was supposed to be like one of the DLC. Like, hey, it's a great DLC point. Well, now it's going to be the story's going to be told through comics and novels.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Straight quote from the developers is, besides the story-based Apex multiplayer missions, they'll continue to tell stories of the Andromeda Galaxy through their upcoming comics and novels to include the fate of that arc. So,
how about this, Adam? I will say this in agreement with you. I think that this game deserved more of the hate that it got than Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect 3 was still an excellent game.
Well, from what I already remember with Mass Effect 3 is everyone didn't like the ending. Yeah, that's one part of the game. I didn't hear anything else about.
They didn't like the surface ending and like the idea that that was it, right?
But this one is like, we don't like 99% of what's going on in this game right now.
The story is not as good. There's none of the characters that you've grown to love. Like, so it's annoying that it's still called Mass Effect when like a lot of what was great about Mass Effect with the characters and like the relationships and stuff like that had to start back from zero. Like, I think we can all agree Mass Effect 1 is the hardest one to go back and play, partially because the story is starting over and it's like a grind to get back into that world, but it's also like the worst designed one. It's like they forgot everything that they learned in Mass Effect 2 and 3. It's honestly that.
Well, they forgot. It was a whole different team.
I know, but they should have, like, I don't know, had a couple guys watching.
Yeah.
Like one guy from that team being like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, chill out. Cut that out. Like, what the fuck is this? So it was just disappointing, I think, is the biggest problem. And now we know it will be no more. What's the chances that they actually bring this back someday? They revive the series?
Not for a long time.
They said the only thing that they're doing to keep it alive right now is the comics and novels. Like, that's straight from the developer. Like, that's the only thing they're supporting. Another game's totally in limbo. So
yeah, but do you think it's likely that they eventually go back to it?
If Andromeda was a part 2 or a part 3 in the series, I think there'd be a higher chance. But this was your first entry into the new trilogy, and you bungled it hard. So I mean, you have to step back for a while.
You have to reboot again. Yeah, basically you have to reboot. I hope they wait like 6-7 years. Give it plenty of time between.
I hope they focus a few years on the next Dragon Age and just make that really good.
That's honestly like my biggest complaint is like I felt like this was Dragon Age. Like this was like
but not even good. Like it wasn't even good as Inquisition.
No, it was like Dragon Age Inquisition with sci-fi setting.
Yeah,
which is not a good thing.
Even that's not a good thing because Inquisition was easier to play than this. Like,
damn,
fuck. It was the repetition. Like Inquisition, at least you fucking went different places. This shit, it was like, oh yeah, you totally can have this whole galaxy, but you're going to 4 fucking planets back and forth.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. It was only 4 planets. Like they talked about it being this very, very open universe, and then I heard it was 4 planets. I'm like, that doesn't sound great.
Yeah,
and I want some more planets in Mass Effect 3.
And it was really just annoying on that end. Was I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit on this planet, 100% it, and then I go to the next planet, and like the first fucking mission, they're like, you got to go back to that first planet because you just unlocked a bunch of shit. And then I'd go back to the first planet, do another 5 hours, come back to the second planet, and be like, hey, there's a third planet now, and you can't do anything on this planet, so you go to that planet. It's like, what the fuck? The travel system with the load screens.
Oh, that was terrible. When they patched that,
even when they made it faster,
it's
they
still
didn't
not fast.
It still fucking took like way too much.
Took a cutscene away. Like it was like a 2-second part of the cutscene they cut out.
There was no reward for exploring the entire galaxy. Not even like an achievement, like a hey, here you go achievement. Like I took an extra couple hours to finish exploring that fucking galaxy. And they just were like, yeah, well, you got some experience out of it.
And I think this is a good time to actually like kind of transition this into like a piggyback off of The Division, because like The Division news is kind of connected in a strange way. Like The Division was a game that started off weaker but got significantly stronger and figured it out, got its legs like under it. I mean, it had its player base way better than, obviously no one gave this one a chance. And I'm not sure that they should have at this point, as you can see how they supported it. But The Division was like kind of like lukewarm reception, pretty good game, but like not everybody loved it. It had some repetition, it had some problems.
I think. Well, I can say I had fun with it. I think the issue with The Division at the beginning is it wasn't quite what it was billed at E3.
Yes,
not entirely. There were elements
close, but not there. Yeah,
but that repetition and stuff, that's obviously something you're not going to get from a trailer.
Yeah,
it was a fine game. I just think it was just they showed it a little differently than it actually was.
But going into it, I expected MMO aspects, so I expected repetition.
Yeah, I was following it way past just trailers at that point. So like I was in the know at that point, but before I bought the game, but a lot of people weren't. And so I understand where like the negative kind of like blowback that they got at the beginning was. But then they released significant like updates. They like, first of all, the big thing that was hugely smart was oh my God, I hate myself.
I have words. I got big words.
I'm so sorry about that, guys. The big thing, I can't even think about what I was about to say anymore. The big thing that they did that was incredibly smart was they just said, we're stopping our DLC production and our plan. We're going to fix what we built, make it more user-friendly, fix the problems that were happening at the time at launch, and then they went back onto their schedule. And they gave a bunch of free shit away in the process. So it's like, when you fuck up, own up to it, fix the stuff as quickly as possible, then start, justifying the DLC and stuff like that. It's not time at the first day to start releasing the DLC. And I think that BioWare just did not jump on the fix the game fast enough.
Or even like
months before anything actually happened.
They didn't jump on it fast enough, and they wouldn't admit there was a problem either.
Yeah, that was the problem. True. Like, even if you're not going to fix it right away, like, fucking admit to it, or you're going to No Man's Sky yourself. Like, you can't just go quiet. You can't be like, well,
I don't know. Sean Murray did a pretty successful job of that.
Have we heard from him still?
No, he doesn't anymore.
The game's being updated, so people are still working on it. But him specifically,
he came back to Twitter at least like 3 or 4 months after the whole thing started, and like pretty much said straight up like, I'm disconnecting myself from most of this. Like,
what a douche!
Don't kill me.
he gets way too much shit for this. He's a 9-man crew. He oversold what
he
he
legitimately
wanted.
was getting.
He dreamed something bigger than actually was successfully pulled off.
Yeah, but dreaming and promising is two different things.
Yeah.
90% of what was promised.
Don't say there's multiplayer if there's no multiplayer.
90% of what was promised was still there.
Not. Yeah.
Yeah. There is actually, but it's just kind of shitty.
It's not. It's not. They even said it's the first step.
Well, it's the first step. No, but there's orbs. You got orbs. You can orb around with each other.
You can
Until I can
explore.
fucking invade your planet and blow your shit up. No multiplayer.
Orbs, but the orbs.
But Dylan, if that were the case, then it would be a game.
Yeah, right.
But either way,
what you just described is a video game.
What?
It's crazy. It's mind blowing, actually.
Either way, I do think that the Division kind of fixed what they started. You know what I mean? And now I'm hearing that
they're pushing out updates like crazy.
They're still updating that game like it's the hottest thing in the world, which is crazy to me.
Awesome.
It just took them forever to get to it, but now that they are doing it, they're doing it.
And the stuff that they're pushing is finally fucking it's worth it.
Yeah.
I'm like at this point where I kind of want to go just check it out. I'm not sure if I want to
maybe
I fired it up.
You know what I mean?
I'm definitely going to be doing
a big time sink. Huh?
I said I fired it up just to tease myself with it, and definitely 2-3 weeks from now I'm going to be starting to do a stream on Fridays with it.
Dude, I'll join you for sure. Okay, I'm ready. That's enough. I just need one other person to play with me because that's not a game that I play by myself. It's just not.
It's gonna happen.
It's not that fun by yourself.
I went into super credit hoarding, and I'm close enough where I'm getting that fucking freighter, and then I'm gonna buy a bunch of buggies and shit.
Oh, I was talking about the Division, not No Man's Sky.
I thought you were talking about fucking No Man's Sky.
I'm definitely gonna play No Man's Sky.
We were talking about No Man's Sky.
I'm so confused.
We were talking about No Man's Sky.
Yeah,
but then I mentioned the Divisions, so then I thought we switched subject. Okay,
I didn't hear you say anything about the Division.
I literally said the Division had fixed itself from the beginning. No Man's Sky has definitely
both missed it. Yeah.
No, full circle. That game is significantly better than what it was at launched. They added so much crap to that game, probably more than the Division added.
No, the latest thing. Did you see what they added in this new one? This is their last update. They said
in the Division.
Yeah.
Which game are we talking about? The Division. Okay.
The Division.
We're back on the Division.
Yeah, they added a ton of stuff, and they have a world event that's been added.
They added loot boxes.
Loot boxes, yes.
Oh snap! They've become Overwatch.
It's fun. Well, it's funny because it says tons of new cosmetic gear accessible via new best loot box animation in video games, and I'm watching the animation, and it's actually really cool.
Glitchy as shit, though.
It's glitchy, but it's cool. He throws this crate up on the table, and then it glows in the middle, and then it opens up, and these it comes out, and they fold out. It's actually really cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Dope. Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah,
but The article that I'm reading, they definitely have the Division 2 in mind, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, that is something that's interesting. Is
as long as they learn from what they did with this one, I'd be down.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I put 100+ hours into that game. I'd play a sequel.
Such a shame with these games. I liked playing this game, but I couldn't play it as often as you guys.
Yeah,
and I got so far behind that it's just you guys are just babysitting me, and it wasn't fun. That's why I don't play Destiny. I don't have the time to catch up with
that
everybody.
Was the first time we came together, man.
Was it? Yeah. Probably, yeah.
I don't think I really talked to you until the Division.
Yeah, well, was Division before or after we built the PC too?
That was before.
Yeah.
This was early days,
2 years ago. Yeah.
I was I'm gonna bring Dylan into the group chat. Can we get Dylan into the group chat? Flash forward till 3 years later, you're now married to Natalie and everything. Well, I think you might have been then. I don't remember if you were at that point.
Definitely was then.
No, yeah, they were definitely married because I was at the old house.
Flash forward to now. I have a channel with you, which is a whole different ball game, which is cool. But yeah, dude, I know Division 2 sounds cool. Again, you're right. Playing it is it's a time sink though. It's just so much energy.
Yeah.
And if
I just hope that they do it when there's a drought of games.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was just thinking. I'm they can't do it until next May.
Yeah, but then there'll be new games to come out every fucking day.
Nope, it's okay. Next May, perfect.
Okay.
Then they got like 4 months. They'll get me for like 4 months until the October shit starts up.
Could you imagine?
Tell me Division 2 is ready for next May. Yeah, right.
Could you imagine the Division 2 on Switch?
Oh,
and like you could like party up IRL. Like
that'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be awesome? It won't happen.
No, Dylan's like that'd be cool, but I don't have one.
Yeah. I mean, by then I might have one. So
yeah, you better have one by then, please. Come on, buy him a Switch, everybody. Hashtag buy Dylan a Switch. Yeah. Let's trend it. Go to patreon.com. Start signing up for Switch.
Just trend it on Patreon.
Right. I'm going to add a donation level, and it's going to be Switch, and it's just going to be the $300 it takes to buy one. If you donate $300 a month, we'll buy him a Switch every month.
Yeah.
We'll have so many Switches.
Good luck with that.
Make it a lifetime subscription.
No one will do that. Lifetime subscription for buying Switches for Dylan. Oh my god. Well, cool. So those two games are kind of the opposite ends of those spectrums, and
but both tie into that they're at the end of their cycle.
Yes, exactly. The end for both of them. Unfortunately, it means Mass Effect is probably going into the deep freeze for at least 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Does Jake know?
I don't think Jake believes.
I don't think Jake finished.
I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't finish it either.
We had a just me and Jake Facebook chat group for spoilers, and he just stopped at about 3/4 of the way through the game and just never messaged me again. And I was like, huh.
He gave up.
He either finished it and realized why I was pissed like 2 weeks before he got to where I was, or I don't know. He just stopped.
Dude, that's hilarious.
Maybe if he thinks he doesn't finish it, like it's not true, you know? And it's just him. He's like, you know what? It's a great game. I'm just not going to finish it right now.
It'll never end if I never pick it up again.
Yeah. I've done that with games. I did that with the Mad Max game.
He like stopped playing it midway through the game.
We still have it. Sarah and I started Mad Max 3 back when we lived in the apartment, and it was a great game, and then we didn't finish it, and I don't know why.
It's so fucking fun.
It was so good, but we just we stopped one day, and then
there's
another day went by.
There's like a 3/4 of the way part where you do the big race, and I got there, and I was like everything leading up to that, and I'm like fuck yeah, and I'm like 100% in like totally clearing areas. Got to the race, and just set it down, and have never done the. I never even tried the race.
You know what?
There's
it has that Shadow of Mordor quality. They're both really good games. You just have to put them down at some point and never come back to them.
Yeah.
I came back to Shadows of Mordor.
I didn't.
I did. I did. It was fun. Still,
I got to that. Didn't, and I love it's. But why is it always the games that you love that you never go back to? Yeah. I loved Shadows of Mordor. I was having a ton of fun with it, and then one day I never picked it up.
Yeah, same thing.
I do that with Assassin's Creed though.
Yeah.
Like I like. I'll
do that on purpose.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I did that with the Syndicate. I played 80% of Syndicate. And then it took me 2 months to do like the final fucking mission. Like you know what it is? It's big mission. And I was like, just let it sit like right there. Like I was saved 10 feet from the mission. Like
it was like Sarah booted up Grand Theft Auto 5. She hadn't touched it in a while, and she was like,
so good.
I should probably finish it. She was like, I was pretty far into it.
Oh, I never finished it either.
She boots it up.
Curse you all.
It starts the next mission. Yeah. And it's the final mission. He literally stopped playing at the final mission. He sat there and was like, I just beat the game.
Did you say like, oh shit, I can't beat it now? Like, turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, no, I honestly, I think I'm on the mission before the final mission 2 on that game. You know what it was? For that one specifically, it was because I didn't want it. No, because I didn't want it to end. I didn't want the story to end. I really enjoy Grand Theft Auto stories. Like, I think they're underrated as hell. But for some reason, that also meant I stopped playing it entirely. Like I just never booted Grand Theft Auto 5 up again.
Right now is great.
I've never really gotten a chance to try it.
It's so fucking fun, but we're so late to the game. If we don't spend real money to catch up, like
ain't happening.
It's a
I ain't spending real money in fucking Los Santos. Nope.
Yeah. It's fun as hell though.
I'm sure it sounds awesome.
The races, like, whew. Everything's free, like DLC wise for it, and then I think that's why I like it because they roll out new cars and new vehicles and shit all the time. So
I love free shit.
Yeah.
Shout out to free shit.
Shout out.
Free shit. No, Grand Theft Auto 5 is fantastic. I would love for it to pop onto the Switch. I'd probably finish it if it came there.
Grand Theft Auto is one of my like. They can do no wrong. They're my like the way Jake is with Mass Effect is how I am with Grand Theft Auto. They could put out a pile of shit and I would be like, well, it was still fun.
It's still Grand Theft Auto.
You know what though? Like they've earned the right to put out a shit game. Like,
but they won't.
They've put out nothing but classics since their conception. Like even the original like PC Grand Theft Auto top-down game is so fucking great. Like go back to that. Oh, it feels so good to mow everybody down and to run over the pedestrians and shit like that.
I cried a little bit because there was a meme or some shit going around, and it was a top-down view that somebody made of Vice City, showing how like every road and the overall size of it, and it's so basic. There's like
it's tiny, dude.
It's like four main pathways of like approach to everywhere, and that's it. Yep. And then but looking at it, I like remembered every fucking mission. I was like, I remember doing things. I remember going to Sunset Autos and trying to live forever with a 5-star wanted level. Like, it's the best fucking time ever.
When that came out, my parents didn't let me get mature games at all. Like, so I only played it at my friend's house. And of course, you don't play story missions when you're over at your friend's house. You just fuck shit up.
Yeah.
So I would get like, we'd cheat and get every weapon. And just go on these rampages. It was the best. Vice City was still my favorite for that.
Vice City, for overall destruction and just, Vice City.
Nonsense. Yeah, it's great. I loved Grand Theft Auto 4 though. I played that one like crap.
Oh yeah, I played a lot of 4. 4 was when I really got into the online.
I never played the
other 4 had some fun online modes.
Nice. Yeah. Well, cool. Anyway. I don't know how we got into Grand Theft Auto 5, but it's always a good subject here. We do have some news specifically about Battlefront 2.
Oh, yeah.
We just dropped a trailer for the Starfighter Assault mode, which will be space battles. You know, something they should have included in the fucking first game.
That would have been nice.
Considering every other Battlefront had space battles. But I didn't really get a chance to like dive too much into the trailer, so I wasn't sure. Did they like show you being able to get out of your spaceship midway through the battle and like parking it and then going and fighting and stuff like that, like Battlefront 2?
I didn't get too far into it. I just read the article.
Okay, well, that's what I want back, because in Battlefront 2 you could do that. You could like hop into a Star Destroyer, pick out a freaking TIE fighter, go start fighting in the field and try to accomplish the mission that's in space at the same time as trying to accomplish the mission inside of the Star Destroyers and stuff like that, and doing basic multiplayer that way. It was awesome. I hope they do that in this Battlefront 2. But I don't know. It looks way better than the first game though.
There's gonna be a Yoda and Darth Maul showdown. What? Sorry, I was reading the end of it. That was fancy.
Where did you see that? I didn't see that one.
At the end of the article, it says that the trailer features what appears to be a Yoda versus Darth Maul showdown. I don't know if that's in ship or on foot. I didn't get to the end of the trailer.
So hold on. There's one other thing that I'm noticing is a guy named Matt Webster. He was the general manager of Criterion Games. They made all the Need for Speed games. First of all, that team has never made a bad game. Like as far as I can tell, like I was looking at their record one time and it was just like immaculate. They make just good games. So if they're behind this one and they're the team that's in EA that's doing it, that could be some really good signs. I was watching the E3 reveals and like I was hyped again. It looked like a good game. It looked like a fix to what Battlefront 1 was lacking. Like Battlefront 1 was fun, just limited, very limited. It felt like you were buying a budget game.
It felt like a weird demo.
Yeah, it just felt like it was missing things.
Yeah,
like it wasn't the final game.
It never drove me to buy it. Like I felt like I could watch it on YouTube and get my fill.
I had EA access, so I got it. I got it like 10 days after it came out because not for purchase. I'm saying like they put it on EA access for free like 10 days after it came out because the game wasn't selling as well as they wanted. And so I got to play a lot, but it was fun. And it had some cool modes. The big, huge death matches where like they were like objective based, where you're playing like 40 versus 40 was
it's like awesome. Conquest on Battlefield. Yeah.
So it was so good in the Star Wars universe. It felt like one of those epic battles like Hoth and stuff like that. Yeah. But
I think that's where they burnt me out, is because I just bought Battlefield 1
There you go.
Like that fucking month it came out, whenever it came out. And I was like, I have this game, and all it is this game with a Star Wars skin.
That's basically what it was.
Less features.
Yeah.
And the lack of a story in any Star Wars game is
which I think that was their mishap, was they thought that would be enough.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we've already got the core of the game, so let's just.
It might have been in a different quarter, but they put it out in like, if I'm wrong, if I might be wrong, but they put it out in like October, November, which is like,
yes,
that's like the heavy hitters.
Having Star Wars characters doesn't make it a Star Wars game.
Yeah, it's not a heavy hitter just because it has a big name. Like,
yeah,
and the challenge is that they were coming from a brand, Star Wars Battlefront, which had awesome first and second game. Like,
yeah,
really,
if they had called it like Star Wars, I don't know,
Republic multiplayer.
Yeah, Republic Gun Battle. Like nobody would have batted an eye. But
I would have played the shit out of it.
You can't call it Battlefront and expect people to be like, oh, like the old one? Like,
yeah.
No, this is the hamstrung deathmatch only version.
Yeah.
It was a mistake in marketing, and also like just like the way they decided to let that one go. Like the DLC was like added a ton of maps, but that's not enough if that's not what people want. Like,
they dropped the price to like $40 almost immediately too.
Shoot, like you could buy it for like $10. Like,
well, now
3 months in. No, like you could
oh, really?
next to nothing, like 3 months in.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it was on EA Access 3 months into its release. Not exaggerating there.
Yeah, I believe it.
For $5 a month, you could get Battlefront 1.
Shit fucking happens, man. I feel like that with Halo Wars too. I bought that shit, all excited for it, and now it's like $20 at GameStop.
I'll be honest, I never had any hype for it, but like,
I had hopes
to play the first one, so
I had hopes. The first one was terrible.
Why did you get hyped for the second one then?
I had hopes, and I wanted. Well, the story's good. I'll give them that. The cutscenes were worth the money.
Okay. As long as that was what it was. Well, cool. To a more positive and contentious debate, I had an interesting article that I came across, and I wanted to cover with you guys. Switch owners weigh in on an iconic debate: are hot dogs sandwiches? What are you guys' opinions on this? This is super important.
I'm torn.
A hot dog sandwich.
What?
I said I'm torn on the subject.
You're torn on this?
Like,
yeah.
Like just a hot dog?
No, like a hot dog in a bun.
No,
hot dog in a bun.
Yeah.
Is it a sandwich though?
No.
Why?
It's like saying a burger's a sandwich. Burgers aren't fucking sandwiches.
I disagree.
Burger is not a sandwich. Did you ever go to a restaurant and been like, I'm gonna get the beef sandwich?
Okay, that's
you
not
go get like a hot sandwich.
You don't get
a
we're just talking about here. Look, sandwich definition.
I don't
care what the fucking definition is.
Hold on. Well, it's important. It's just an item of food consisting of 2 pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other filling in between. So by definition,
classify what a hot dog is as meat?
Yeah, well, yes.
Do you know for sure it's meat?
But here's the thing.
Are we talking like Polish?
I think the hot dog debate comes down to whether you consider the bun 1 or 2 pieces of bread.
Oh.
Because technically, the way it's cooked and it's cut, it's 2 that are connected. So do you consider that 2 pieces of bread or 1 piece of bread?
Well, it depends on if you're a savage and you rip the fucking bun apart before you.
Kids do that. I've seen kids do that.
Yeah, kids are monsters though.
I gotta lean on the no. My brain tells me no, and my heart says maybe.
I don't care what the definition is. Hot dogs and hamburgers are not sandwiches.
Hamburgers are technically a sandwich. I'll fight that one.
I don't give a fuck.
So
a hot beef sandwich is a whole different thing.
Hot beef sandwich. Yeah, burgers are not sandwiches. That's not a thing. 2 pieces of bread doesn't define it.
Okay, I'll give it this. How about
by definition, it is.
Burger,
I'll give you that.
A burger in any country but this one might be a sandwich.
Oh, okay.
But here, it's a fucking burger.
Yeah,
that's how. Because I've had some fancy ass burgers. I
kind of think a hot dog is its own thing because it's like a unique thing. It stands on its own plane. Like you can't define a hot dog as a sandwich because that would be like demoralizing the sandwich category and demoralizing the hot dog category. They're 2 different things. Like you don't like when you're craving a sandwich. When I want to go get a sandwich, I don't think I'll just make a hot dog. That'll settle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if there are people who think a hot dog is a sandwich and they do have that thought? They're like, man, I could go for a sandwich right now.
People.
Somebody
How
give me
about this side of things? How about this side of things? You can eat a hot dog by itself, right? Like just the hot dog part.
You can eat the inside of a sandwich by itself.
Nobody fucking does. Nobody says.
I'll dig into a thing of meat.
Like,
I'll sit there and eat deli meat out of the bag.
That argument doesn't jive with me because I just ate salami out of a bag the other day.
It's better without the bread. They got nothing else getting in the way.
Dude. Like by the pound, man. I was just like,
yeah, dude.
It's why I'm 300 pounds.
Well, yeah, I like to put mayonnaise on my shit, so I can't do that.
You take the piece of meat and you just like, and then you roll it up and then.
Buglet would frown upon that if she came into the kitchen and I'm just rolling mayonnaise into my meat.
You just dip the meat in the mayonnaise.
That's how you make a baby, and that's inappropriate.
That's very inappropriate.
Fun fact, this was actually an article that showed up in the Switch news section and was votable, and 54% said that yes, hot dogs are sandwiches. I officially am doubting the intelligence of Switch.
Gun to my head, I'd have to say no.
Okay, yeah. Gun to my head. Not even a question. I would have said no for sure. I'd eat a hot dog, not a sandwich.
The definition doesn't matter. It's about what's in here. What's in here right here. Yeah.
Your heart tells you sandwich. Your head and definitions may tell you. It says no sandwich. Sorry, and your head tells you sandwich. That's the problem. Okay, I thought that would be a fun one. Guys, if you guys are watching, definitely let us know what you think. Sandwich, no sandwich. We'll take a poll at the end. We'll try to figure out who the winner is. So far, we got 3-0. So if anybody else is sandwich fans, explain why you think it is, and we will tear you apart. Okay, let's move on. Next subject is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. That is coming out in a couple days. Reviews are out. Have you guys been paying attention to this?
No. Because if I pay attention, I'm going to want to play it, and I don't have the money for it.
So it's just
ignoring it.
Willful ignorance so that you don't want to. Yeah, the reviews are okay. It sounds like it's exactly like Uncharted 4,
just with new different characters.
Yeah, with girls,
females, right?
Yeah, but the thing I've heard is that because it was a very short development cycle, some of the things that like they normally would put a little extra time into weren't there. It's almost like first initial reaction to like Majora's Mask when it came out. It's like people mentioned that there was reused assets, things like that.
This is like a standalone DLC, though, correct?
No, it's it was originally a DLC planned, and then
it's standalone
full game.
Yeah, but it's also a $40 game, if I believe.
Yeah,
is it 40?
I think but they classified it as like a standalone DLC to 4.
But it's like a 10-hour game, so I would say like it's almost not even like you shouldn't even consider a DLC at this point. But they did decide that there was enough content there to obviously make a full game at this point.
Good DLC should give you 10 hours.
Yeah, well, Uncharted 4 gave you 12, so
yeah.
Like it's not exactly like a big difference there.
Speaking of, I have your Uncharted 4 still.
Oh, that's right, you do. I was wondering where it was.
I found it digging through the boxes, putting up my DVDs and stuff, and I'm like, I thought I gave this back.
Well, I'm glad you have it and you didn't lose it in the move.
No, I'll keep it safe. I
wouldn't have remembered.
Yeah, neither would have I.
It was a very good game, but I don't think it was like the best game ever. It just like story-wise,
it was an Uncharted game.
Yeah. It was better than Uncharted 3, about as good as Uncharted 2.
It's the same thing. It's an Uncharted game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
not bad. Not stellar.
I think there's varying levels. Like Uncharted 2's spectacular. Uncharted 1 was.
It's always the second one that's the best in a series. What's up with that? Is it because they learned from their mistakes in the first one, and then the third one they try to go too far overboard?
Definitely.
I feel like third one ends up being too refined, like too easy, because they've like made everything that was like a slight complaint.
And you know, especially with this company, because like Crash Bandicoot 2 was the best of the 3. Spyro 2 was the best of the 3. Jak and Daxter 2 was probably the best of the 3, I assume.
Yeah, Jak 3 is terrible.
Yeah, Jak.
It's always the third one where they try to do too much.
Jak 1 again. Okay, same situation though. Jak 1 is like super unrefined. Like great concept, great execution at times, but like then there's like moments where you're like, what the fuck were you thinking? This is awful. And then Jak 2 was incredible, like made an open world, did things that were like never done, and they polished all the shit. And then Jak 3 was like half racing, and you're like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah.
So, and I honestly I still have yet to beat Uncharted 3 because I felt like it was just so lackluster compared to 2, and so it sucks. I'll eventually go back and do it, but I may get it if it ends up fitting in the budget someday.
Oh, dude, I'll wait till that shit hits the free PlayStation Plus game.
Oh, that'd be great.
You know it will.
Happens. I mean, 4 never did.
4 is still a fully priced game.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Cool. If it's a $40 game, you might see it happen.
But pretty good reviews. So I mean, obviously, sounds like they didn't lose their minds and put out a shit game. So that's good news. Surprised this one also has multiplayer. Like that was a surprise to me. I mean, like Uncharted 4 has multiplayer. It's literally the same thing.
I was gonna say it's already built. They probably just like.
It's just weird that they added a separate one for split the player base. It's like just go back to Uncharted 4 for multiplayer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they should have just added like new playable characters or some shit.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not exactly sure why they did, but it's there. That's cool. Extra features for a $40 game. So if you like Uncharted, let us know in the comments. Awesome. Next subject, the Splatoon 2's next Splatfest.
Fuck you. You're wrong. You're just wrong. Let's just skip this story because you're wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Wait, I'm not wrong.
I talked to like 12 people. I was very pissed off that you attacked me like this.
Well, Adam, what side are you on?
Yeah, let's
visibility.
Yeah, because that's the only fucking answer, right?
That's a really shitty answer. Flight is so limited.
Flight is nice, but it's overrated.
Yeah,
overrated how?
Because it's just
fly.
It's just flight. Explain.
You have fucking airplanes. Invisibility, you can steal an airplane.
How much does it cost to go on an airplane right now?
You don't need to
go on an airplane.
You're invisible. You just go the fuck on. You sit in first class.
Sitting in a quiet room, you're pretty much invisible to the world anyway. Like, I don't care. Like, the only thing that invisibility gives you an advantage of is when you want to start stealing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, the downside is you still have to be silent. And if you're not light on your feet, people go hear your shit and grab you.
Oh yeah, they're gonna grab the invisible guy.
Also, question:
hey, if you're flying and you steal something, you get shot down.
Yeah, you get shot.
Okay, because how many times are you gonna be able to shoot a bird that knows how to do?
How are you gonna shoot an invisible person?
On top of it, they didn't say it was superhuman strength and shit, so you're not flying away with anything big.
They also didn't say that it was like superhuman, super special invisibility. So you're probably butt ass naked.
Special.
It's invisible. What? But
you're butt ass naked everywhere.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Enjoy the chafing when you're fucking carrying those money bags away.
I'd prefer to be naked all the time anyway. All right.
This isn't even close to a debate. Like,
oh my, it's not.
Light is going to destroy invisibility.
No, dude. But invisibility is Marina.
What?
Marina.
Yeah. Who cares?
It's Team Invisibility. So
yeah, no one's on Team Marina.
Won the vote.
No one's on Team Marina.
All right.
Are you gonna? Okay. Yeah. No one's on Team Marina.
No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I honestly think that this one's closer than people think. Because
I think it might be. Yeah.
I've asked 10 people now, and I haven't had another person say invisibility, but you guys are absolutely adamant.
2 huge examples. All right. I already said one to you in the fucking chat. All right. There's 3 Deathly Hollows. All right. One of them's not fucking flight.
Harry Potter, really?
All right. And then fucking Lord of the Rings. What the fuck does the ring do? It doesn't make you fly. Doesn't make you fly.
It makes you get caught by the fucking like
invisible as
Sauron every time you put that shit on.
Invisible as fuck.
You go evil as fuck is the problem.
That's fine.
No,
I'd be corrupt as shit if I could go invisible.
I'm pretty sure somebody got his finger bit off for being invisible. So there you go. You want to lose
because the other guy wanted to be more invisible. All right. That's why
he wanted to be more invisible. That movie is kind of about like them fighting over who gets to be invisible, though. If you really think about it, it comes down to like, is it Gollum or is it Frodo? Let's see who wants it.
He was like, I kind of want to be invisible too,
and then Sam gets it, and he's like, "Fuck, I need this shit!" Like, he's like, "I will not give you back the ring." It's great.
That's all. I mean, done.
I don't want to be invisible at all. I'm also like an outgoing person.
My wife without her knowing.
Huh?
I hate people.
Said I want to spy on my wife without her knowing. Is that weird?
That's kind of weird.
Are you worried about things?
No, I mean like not like that kind of spy.
Okay. We're done with
that. Maybe that's the difference, though, Keith. You want to be seen, so you want to fly around. I hate people. So I want to be invisible.
When I hear somebody going, "Hey, is Adam here today?" and I go, and I'm invisible. Oh, he must be in the bathroom. I'll come back later.
There's one advantage: you could always sneak out of work anytime. But if I could fly, I could make my own job. And honestly, people would be like, "That dude can fly. He's awesome." And I also thought about this. It's
like your own job. What?
Yeah, I could be a delivery boy, or you could do anything I want, like literally anything.
Crime drone.
I could just be like fuck. You need that like crazy secret mail delivered across the country. I'll just fly it. It's cool.
Yeah,
like traffic's fucking terrible.
Fucking find it.
I'll get that to the mayor. Don't even worry. Yeah, I'd get keys to cities. Like I'd be the coolest person on the planet. I want to be that person.
I want to be. So you want to be a hero with it. I want to be evil as shit.
I know you do.
So he's like, I want the power of flight so I can do people's chores.
Yeah, I want invisibility so I can fucking steal some awesome fucking alcohol and food and go play my video games.
Dude, I might as well be invisible depending on how fast I fly. So that's the only thing is
there's too much.
You can't assume the speed, Mister.
You can't assume
not super
how
invisibility.
Good the invisibility is either. Then, like, what if you're like just kind of
no? If it's saying invisibility, it is invisibility.
Well, I mean, like.
I'll give you there's caveats of like, well, do your clothes show up? That's fine.
I don't give a fuck.
What about the object that you're carrying? Things like that. So that's something that I'd want to know more information before making an informed decision. But I probably would still choose flight.
If you were invisible, you could open up a haunted house and make fucking bank.
You piss. The people would piss.
I guess you could do that if you could fly too.
I know, right? Come down as a fucking hawk on top of them, like scare the shit out of them.
So I guess the moral of the story is team up with the guy that flies and make a bomb-ass haunted house.
Okay, quick question before we move on, though. All right, Adam, does that mean that you're going to be on Team Invisibility? Okay.
Yes.
So then I think that we need to do like a dual stream for you on your channel, and then I'll do a stream on mine, and we'll just talk some trash.
Mm-hmm.
And I should be able to get the chat to work cross by that point, because I'll have my new computer, so that should be good.
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. So that was the new news. As you can see, we got two contentious topics back to back. Nintendo is trying to piss us off.
They are.
Just wait until the new Splatfest is a hot dog a sandwich, yes or no?
Oh God, no! It's a fucking mess. Well, they know that it's pretty close. It's like 56 to 40 to 44, so that's not bad. Like that's at least not 70% to 20% or whatever it is, 30%.
I don't have any faith anymore though. After they said fucking ketchup and mayo instead of ketchup and mustard, so these topics, I think they're just spitballing the shit out of them.
I gotta say, I think that there's way too few people on the mustard side, though. Like, there's a lot of people I know that hate mustard.
Who the fuck likes mayonnaise compared to
everybody uses mayonnaise on things.
I mean, I do too, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't so much a debate about like whether or not you liked mayonnaise. It was more like which one do you use more regularly.
I just think like if I think ketchup, I think mustard. You know, I don't think ketchup and mayo.
I think I do ketchup and mayo.
Well, I do it, but I don't think it.
Is like the
I hate mustard.
I don't know. I just expect like commonalities, like sweet and sour. Like,
gotta make that special sauce. That's the trick. Yeah. So I mean, we don't have to get into that debate about the last Splatfest. That was settled. Mayo is better. I mean, it's law. It's literally law in Ingopolis.
I didn't even know
the
they
fine
won.
Print.
I knew that was the fact.
No, it's hilarious. Like they actually said it. They're like, yeah, now it's law, so you have to agree that like that shit's some fascist fucked up stuff in that area. Can't even like ketchup anymore, but whatever. Last subject is not a gaming related topic. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there is a guy out there. He was part of Netflix when it first came out, and he left off and wanted to create his own thing. He decided to create this company called Movie Pass. Yeah, where you can sign up for $10 a month and you can watch one movie per day at like any participating theater that is included with that Movie Pass. And from what I can see, it seems pretty well.
It's well supported, but AMC is at the moment trying to bail.
Yeah, I'm like, ironically, like they're part of it still. So it's like
they signed. I was reading into it. They signed up back in like 2014 when the price of Movie Pass was like $30-something, which is dumb because it's like, oh, it's okay now, or it was okay then, but now that they dropped their prices, it's not okay. Like,
they were probably getting a bigger cut out of it or something.
I don't know. I don't know how that works, to be honest. I do know at $10 a month, if I was single, at least it's hard to do it with my family.
Yeah.
If I was
thinking about that myself.
if I was single, I'd be on that
in a fucking heartbeat.
I'd be at the movies I'd go every day.
Yeah.
There'd be no reason not to. Like, I get out of work, go see a movie.
Yeah, for sure. I'd see every movie that came out if it was shitty or not.
Because it's like it pays for itself in one movie.
Literally. Yes.
If you see one movie, you've paid for the month.
Yeah. Yeah, especially at today's prices, it's insane.
Like I could have gone to I could have gone to see Spider-Man every day.
Yeah.
For 5 days if I wanted.
We already do all the fucking like the loyalty cups and
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
you're already destroying me at the concession stands. Like this is a way for me to get me back in the seats, because honestly, I've been seeing movies at a significantly lower rate since I had kids, and honestly, before that too, like since the prices went up.
I pretty much only see Marvel movies anymore,
which is depressing because like there are obviously other good movies out there, but I don't get a chance to see them. Like,
well, that, and it's like I don't want to. At least with a Marvel movie, even the bad Marvel movies are good.
They're good enough. Yeah, exactly.
So like, I don't want to spend my money on a not Marvel movie and have it not be good. Like the Dark Tower. Apparently, Dark Tower is not that great. If I had paid to go see that movie, I would have been upset.
I would have watched it. Yeah. It gets gray when you start thinking about like who gets paid for this and like who ends up getting screwed, because you know that the movie studios are not going to get
because how it works is basically, well, first off, to redeem a movie, it uses GPS, and so you have to be within like so many feet of the theater. Mm-hmm. So let's say you're like, I'm at my Harkins. I pull up the app. I say, hey, I'm at this Harkins and I want to see this movie at this time. And once it confirms that that's where you are, and it's like, okay, that's cool. You have like a digital, or no, you get a physical like
credit card type thing,
credit card, and they beam you the money. So like the movie theater is making the money you would have paid anyway.
Oh, so Movie Pass is paying out for everything anyway.
Yeah. So I don't understand what the issue is.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Well, so here's the thing: is like I guarantee you, Movie Pass gets a significantly discounted rate. Like, and that's probably the issue. Because there's no way that Movie Pass is going to pay for this. Because
it's probably how like hotels do with like block, like certain websites will get like chunks of hotels at way cheaper, and then they sell them for twice that.
Unless they're expecting that there's going to be a huge amount of population that will just sign up for it, have the thing, and not use it to the same extent that like me or you would use it.
But see, I think a lot of companies roll that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart. It works that way. Like, to be honest, it will be a super minority that goes every day or even like once a week. Like,
because you're always going to have the few that take full advantage. But
even the opportunity to have that open door is nice.
Now,
like, I'd do it for the one time I'd go a month.
Now, question: this might be also why AMC is trying to pull out over Harkins, because AMC has a lot more of the reserve only theaters. Don't they?
Maybe
AMC
in a few years. Don't they have a lot of like the luxury loungers and shit like that?
AMC,
yeah, but not every single theater that they have has reserved seating. Like, so in the theater, like not every single screen has reserved seating.
Okay, see, that's different. So where I am, we have Cinemark, and every theater, every seat is a reserved seat.
An added detail kind of goes along with that. You can't purchase tickets ahead of time.
Yeah, because you have to physically be there.
You have to be there for that showing.
Yeah.
To buy the ticket.
You might have some shitty seats.
Yeah. So like you there's no way you could use it to go see like Avengers 4.
Yeah,
like opening night. There's no way.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool though.
It's definitely like
it would for those people that don't care about opening nights,
but
want to see movies on a regular basis. No, see, I don't see how this is screwing AMC. I think AMC just really wants to make a fuck ton of money, and like, it's kind of a greedy perspective here. Yeah. Unless I get to see their money like bleeding, I just don't believe that that's happening. Like,
I just wish I had known about it sooner before I had a kid, because I would have used the fuck out of it.
Yeah, same here. We went like at least once a weekend before we had Wyatt.
Well, I may have to. I was trying to get a list of theaters in my area that were supportive on it, but it was kind of hard to do for some reason. Like the GPS wasn't working, and the zip code wasn't working when I tried. I'll do it a little later, and I may do like a month where I try it and come back and report back and be like, hey, this is good or this is shitty. This
like I said,
well.
if you use it once, it's paid for itself. If you use it twice, then you're winning.
Money.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like, and I'd love to see more movies. So it might be.
Now, see, this is my thing. Like, if they did like a family price, I might jump on, because that's the thing. But I guess it works out the same. I could just get 2 accounts for $20.
Yeah, well, just give me a $30 a month one that's like a plan like that, though, because it is more hassle when you have to sign up 3 times.
Yeah,
it's more annoying that you have to do that.
You rather pay $10 extra just to make it convenient.
No, but you need like different devices too. Like if you're going by the GPS method.
Right, but
like,
me and my wife both have a phone.
But your kid doesn't.
My kid would not be going to the movie with us.
Well, I mean, who knows? What if like a Toy Story?
Also, she's a kid. Her kid's price tickets are like what, $5-6?
I guess that's true. That's not a big deal then.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, but that's true. I mean, you could just get 2. I mean, I'll just do that and try that out.
Now on the movie topic, are we still in this? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Movie topic wise, fucking pissed that Disney's pulling out of Netflix.
Make their own streaming.
They finally started dropping like all the movies I wanted, and then they're like, you know what? Fuck it, and they're all pulling out.
Zootopia, like all great shit.
Yeah. I get it. I honestly
like more of the older ones, man. Like fucking Hercules and shit. Like
limited what they give to Netflix. I almost am like, can I get the entire collection of Disney for $15?
Well, that's the thing. That's what I was saying. I'm like,
it's gonna make a difference if it's limited or not. Yeah.
But are you gonna pay money? Like, yeah, you've got the entire Disney catalog, but like that's all you're ever gonna get.
Yes. Just because
pretty fucking good.
Just because of the kid. Like, I'll pay $10 a month for him to watch a Disney movie every other day or some shit. Give a fuck.
We'll see. I mean, I have all the movies.
I'd rather buy my favorite Disney movies on Blu-ray and just have them on the house.
The diamond editions.
And to be honest, the latest stuff from Pixar has not been like thrilling me or getting me like super psyched. So and that would be a major reason why I would want it, because I only have a handful of the Pixar movies, but I don't know. Like,
but then it makes
channel shit doesn't get me excited anymore.
Like, is Disney going to pull Star Wars off of Netflix? Because they just put it on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah, they might. I mean, it is Disney, and all the Marvel stuff too.
Yeah. But they can't pull all the Marvel stuff.
Well, they can't pull
the Defenders.
I was gonna say they can't pull the Netflix originals.
Oh yeah,
those are probably safe considering Netflix is making them.
No, those are definitely safe. Yeah, those are different partnerships,
but like Captain America, or was it a Captain America? I know the Avengers is on there. That's gone.
Captain America was on there.
Those are all gone.
The Punisher.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's like signing up with HBO. It's like all you get is HBO stuff. It's limited, but like that shit's incredible. So
HBO has some decent movies though on their lineup.
Yeah, but it's like 300 movies, not 3 million.
But you also have to remember, like, Netflix is while they're also getting rid of a lot of stuff all the time, they're also adding a lot of stuff all the time.
Oh my god, they're originals.
You're probably not going to get another Disney edition unless they start with a small selection and then slowly grow. If they just give you everything they've got right now off the bat, you're not going to get a new one at least every 6 months, 6-7 months.
True.
But think about this also. It's now a new platform for them to launch smaller things on. So smaller scale products like that, where they don't have to do it on cable anymore. And that's one big thing is like their shrinking base on cable is hurting their bottom line. It's hurting cable companies' bottom lines, everything. And eventually, like, they're going to want to make it in the way Netflix is doing it for next to no overhead.
Yeah.
And they may be able to make better stuff for cheaper. And so we'll see. I'm not a day one subscriber. I can tell you that.
No.
I'm going to wait and see if this actually turns out to be like enough of a reason. And if they're doing what Netflix is doing, they're putting out like a new show, a new movie, like all the time. Like, yeah, it might be worth it at that point.
Some of the new movies Netflix is putting out look fucking awesome.
You know what would be fucking genius? Make what fucking Frozen 2 Disney stream exclusive.
Streaming only.
Fuckers.
That would be
fucking did make bank.
Well, they would immediately get every subscriber on the planet there.
Yeah, right.
Now, 16-year-old now or 15-year-old, whatever the all the kids that have grown up and they're like, no, I can
you're right. Oh no.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
God, you made me feel old just now.
But if you guys have Netflix, you definitely need to check out The Defenders.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing it. That and Ozark. I'm thinking about checking that one out.
I've been hearing about that too.
I've heard it's awesome. And I watched the trailer and I'm like,
today or yesterday, they put out that movie, What Happened to Monday, I think it's called. It looks pretty cool. It's about
was that a Netflix original movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. I didn't realize it was a Netflix.
Yeah. And that just popped out.
Basically, it's a world where you can't have more than one child.
This guy made clones.
And so this I don't, are they legit clones or they just
they're they're clones.
He
made 7 clones.
He made 7 clones of his daughter, and they're named off the days, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But the trick is that basically all have to share a life because they can't be out at the same time.
So they only go out on their day.
So Sunday goes out on Sunday, Monday goes out on Monday. But they can't act differently because they're all one person. So inside they're kind of like, their house, they're individuals, but once they leave, they have to act the same. And then shit, it's the typical like, oh, somebody finds out and now they're tracking her down.
This sounds great.
For some reason they have like a radio system. I think it's so they can talk to each other in case something happens where they need information, I guess, which is smart, I guess, if you're sharing a life.
Yeah, it would be important to know what the other ones do.
It looked interesting.
Dude, I might have to check that out.
And then later this year, I think it's called Bright.
Fuck yeah. With Will Smith?
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. It looks awesome.
Interesting.
I saw the trailer for that, not knowing it was a Netflix deal, and I was like, when is this coming out?
I remember reading an article about it, and just reading it, I'm like, this sounds goofy. Like, I'm not sure about it. But after seeing the trailer, and I'm a little more on board. Yeah.
It looks super.
It looks really well done, and they're just getting big actors. Fucking the Brad Pitt movie that just came out. I forget the fucking name of it, where he's the general, and they're talking about Iraq and shit. War Machine.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that one. I knew that Brad Pitt was making a Netflix original, but I never saw
that. Was good as fuck. Like, it was just really good acting. Like,
the thing I will say though is that like for every like 3 or 4 that they've made that have been like really fantastic, they've also put out some real shit ones. Like definitely. So they're taking more risks and giving more freedom, like, which is kind of, I get concerned just because Netflix, like for the first like 10 original pieces of content, like just didn't make mistakes. And when you start just like throwing everything at the fire and hoping that something catches, like you generally put the fire out sometimes. So like you just want to be a little careful.
Yeah, but for every time they hit gold, like with Stranger Things, it basically erases the kind of the mistakes.
Exactly. And they've kind of like come back. Like there was like about 2 months where they made a bunch of shit and I was like, this is bad.
Like Iron Fist, it wasn't that great.
I heard it was terrible.
Jessica Jones was good.
Yeah, I heard that
Daredevil was fucking amazing. So it kind of makes up for it, I guess.
I'm on board 150% that Iron Fist was the fight scene was hard.
You know what killed me?
Painful.
You know what killed me about the show was, if anyone's seen it, sorry if it's spoilers. No. It's the constant, like every episode it was like, I'm Danny, and they're like, no you're not. I'm Danny. No you're not. And that was the series. Like that was the season.
For me, it was the slow, like all that shit, whatever. But the slow fight scenes, and he's supposed to be the Iron fucking Fist.
Yeah, I know.
And he got his ass whooped by like 2 crackheads in an alley on like the 4th episode.
Well, the problem is they have to set it up like an origin story, so he can't come out of the gate a badass, because then people are like, "Oh, there's no character development."
He literally in the same episode he got whooped by 2 crackheads in an alley. He said, "I've been training my whole life for this."
Yeah.
2 normal people just whooped your fucking ass.
Crackheads? Yeah, no way.
But I give it
unless
this.
They're stabbing them with the fucking needles or something like that.
Right.
Got some needles in the fucking fight.
You're ridiculous. In the Defenders,
I didn't watch it.
That just came out.
Yeah.
He makes up for his shit fight scenes. Enough.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to try it. Yeah, no, I mean, Netflix has been nailing it. That Movie Pass seems like the Netflix for going to the theater, and I love that idea because I want to see more people to theater again. I feel like the theater's kind of dying for a lot of people, and it's sad. I don't understand the idea of watching. I'm
not sad because they're doing it to themselves, sort of.
I agree. No, I see what you're saying. Like there's a reason it's not succeeding.
And it's not the movie ticket. I don't care about the movie ticket. It's the food.
Yeah.
It's astronomical.
Yeah. It's crazy. AMC is the worst.
Yeah.
A small popcorn at AMC is like $5.
Yeah, we have loyalty cups and a loyalty bucket that gets like the cheaper refill or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's still like at least more than one ticket.
Yeah, it's
for the loyalty shit to get refilled. We paid extra.
And I understand because that's where they make their money because they don't make the full amount of money on the ticket.
So at AMC, there's a like meal that you can buy. Like it's a chicken nugget, French fries, and a drink.
$25.
It's like this big, and I mean it's a decent size. Like it's enough to fill you up. It was $26.
Holy shit! I was joking.
$26 motherfucking dollars.
Yeah, and this is where they really get me is because in Texas, when we were in Texas, there's a place called the Alamo, and it's like they do a lot of like old like 80s movies and shit too, but they do new movies, and they do the full food in each of the theaters, right? Mm-hmm. Including alcohol. Okay.
Yeah.
It is on par with like if you went to a fucking Chili's price wise, but the quality is like fucking twice as good, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we get that everywhere?
For sure. Like, no. Like those dine-in theaters are actually not that bad priced. I go there.
Yeah. And like alcohol wise, even like I was getting like mixed drinks and shit for like $4 well mixed drink. Okay. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I'm at a movie theater.
Yeah.
I'd pay twice this at a bar, you know, like.
Yeah, no, I mean, when the lady asked me, like, do you want anything else with that? And I said, my dignity back, she didn't think it was funny. And I was like, you're a piece of shit. And I was I was like angrily watching, I don't know, whatever the fuck movie I was there for. Because I didn't give a shit anymore. I was just angry that I'd bought this. And I'm sitting there with my fucking sadness in my hand. And I just stuffed my face. And I don't remember the movie. I was just so angry. And it was too late at that point. Like, it was like, I already got the food, and they're like, yeah, it's $26. And I'm like, I hate me. I couldn't believe I let that happen. Yeah, I think that's all. I think it was all we got for the docket for today. Anything else you wanted to cover real quick?
No.
I got nothing.
Well, stay tuned then for Dylan's stream after this, which will be Metro 2033.
Yep.
And you're going to go live pretty much right after this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Like 10 to 20 minutes probably.
And then Adam, you might be streaming Player Unknown?
Maybe. I'm going to go see what Sarah's doing. If she passed out and doesn't want to wake back up, then I'll come back and play.
Well, just go subscribe to his channel. Adam plays some stuff, and then
check out his other videos.
I'm making videos again. It's great.
Yeah, he's doing stuff. So, and thank you all for joining us tonight for this stream of the Code Word. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on all our videos. Well, subscribe to our channel, not our videos. And go ahead and leave any comments on feedback on what you guys want to see in the future. But as always, stay classy, coders.